Imagine stepping out your back door, heart pounding, to find your kid's weekend adventure in shreds, literally, courtesy of a self-righteous busybody with garden shears and a god complex. That's how my Saturday imploded in our so-called idyllic Georgia subdivision, where the air smelled like fresh-cut grass and simmering resentment. I'd been the neighborhood's quiet punching bag for months, whispered about as the troublemaker who dared question the HOA's divine decrees. But I kept my mouth shut, watching their absurd rules stack up like a house of cards. I'd just set up a cozy pop-up gazebo in my backyard for a family barbecue. Nothing fancy, just string lights, a grill, and chairs for my son, Timmy, who's 8 and obsessed with outdoor forts. We'd hyped it for weeks, him sketching plans with crayons. The yard backed onto a communal green space, but my deed clearly owned up to the old maple tree. I was flipping burgers when I heard the unmistakable snip-snip of metal on fabric. Rushing out, there she was, Brenda Wilkins, the HOA enforcer, plump in her floral muumuu, clipboard clutched like a shield, hacking away at my gazebo's canopy with oversized shears. Her face twisted in that fake pious grimace, like she was performing a public service. "What in God's name are you doing?" I barked, phone already recording. She didn't flinch, just pursed her lips. "This eyesore violates Section 7.2, no temporary structures obstructing aesthetic uniformity. We're preserving community harmony. Mr. Hail, harmony." I bit back a laugh. "That's my private yard, Brenda. You trespassed and destroyed my property, $2.50 down the drain." She straightened, chin up. "You were notified via newsletter. Attendance at meetings is encouraged for compliance. Notified." The newsletter was a passive-aggressive email blast buried in spam. Timmy peeked out, eyes wide at the flapping ruins. "Dad, our fort." I shushed him gently, dialing the cops while Brenda huffed off, muttering about ungrateful residents disrupting order. Sheriff's Deputy Reyes arrived in 15, eyeing the mangled gazebo like a bad art installation. I showed him the video. "Caught her red-handed," I said. He nodded, stone-faced. "Press charges." "Damn right." He headed to her place 2 blocks over. 20 minutes later, he returned with Brenda in tow. Her muumuu rumpled, clipboard MIA. Reyes crossed his arms. "Explain yourself." "Ma'am." She fidgeted, voice dripping fake civility. "I was upholding standards. That thing clashed with our vision of serene green spaces." I snorted. "Vision? You mean your made-up land grab?" "My deed says otherwise." Reyes cut in. "HOA rules don't trump trespassing or vandalism." Her eyes darted. "It's for the greater good. Think of the property values." "Greater good?" I watched her squirm. That smug armor cracking just a hair. Word spread like wildfire, whispers turning to outright gossip that I was stirring drama. Brenda called an emergency HOA meeting that night, pushing a retroactive fine ordinance for non-compliant installations. Oh, the irony. She'd vandalized my stuff, now trying to bill me for it. I showed up armed with county property maps, certified and stamped. The clubhouse buzzed with neighbors, some glaring at me like I was the villain. Brenda banged her gavel, voice syrupy. "This session addresses threats to our cherished uniformity. Fines start at $500 for violations like unsightly yard clutter." Murmurs rose. I stood. "Clutter? You mean private property? Here's proof. My lot owns that space." "Your redefinition is bogus." I passed out copies. A board member, Old Harold, frowned. "Brenda, this doesn't match your emails." She blustered. "The county lags on updates. It's procedural." "Procedural?" The room smelled blood. Neighbors started questioning her fines from last year, like the one for excessive holiday lights. Then it escalated. My neighbor Jess slipped me docs from her county clerk cousin, forged signatures on HOA filings, Fake boundary shifts on 6 properties. She's been redrawing maps to control more land, Jess whispered. I handed it to Reyes, who looped in fraud investigators. They raided Brenda's home office, uncovering doctored plats, bribe emails to a surveyor, even siphoned funds through phantom beautification contracts. Brenda's moral high ground crumbled hilariously, caught on tape joking. Residents won't notice. They're too busy mowing to code. Arrests followed, Brenda in cuffs, blubbering about misunderstandings, her cronies folding like cheap lawn chairs. The local news feasted. HOA queen dethroned in backyard heist scandal. By week's end, the HOA charter was suspended. A neutral overseer installed. Timmy and I rebuilt our gazebo. Bigger and brighter. Under stars free of clipboard tyrants. Neighbors chatted openly. No more fear of fines for breathing wrong. But here's the kicker. Was Brenda the real villain? Or just a symptom of a system that lets petty power corrupt the American dream? You tell me, was justice served? Or should we all watch our backs?